Hey yo guys, what's going on? It's your guy Noober Schnoober, and I have a good question for you. Do you think it's possible for two Twitter users to come to a reasonable conclusion? Absolutely not. It's not even a question. Anyways, today I'm pretty much going to be discussing the internet as a whole and why political debates never really go to plan. Alright, reason number one. People don't enter debates ever to change their mind. They explicitly have intentions to change the other person's mind out of anger or just disbelief. So when someone sees a thread on Twitter or post or whatever they don't like, their neck scrunches up, develop pubic like facial hair, and start spewing some stupid shit that no one will ever agree with. It's not even that the person is stupid. I mean, maybe they are, but whatever they type will never convince the other person because neither of them are listening. They sit in a little echo chamber and use power words like homophobic, snowflake, pussy, racist, all in an attempt to dehumanize the other person. It's pretty much what like soldiers have to go through to make someone less human so that they don't have to feel anything about them. Shit like they aren't us. They believe in the wrong things. They're trying to kill our generation. We'll be better off killing all of them. Alright, okay, that was a less of a serious comparison, but like, it still explains why no one is suddenly going to go, maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas means a little bit more. So yeah, let's move on to the second point. Reason number two stems from the fact that you can find any and every kind of belief and group on the internet. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if there was a group called Furries Against Mechanical Chainsaws, because you can find any group on the internet. Social media such as Reddit and Twitter are notoriously bad for these types of things, because no matter what, on the internet there's going to be a group of people who believe you whether you're wrong or not. If you search up why being a vegan is bad, you're going to confirm your bias without even knowing it. Same shit if you search up why being a vegan is good. This is such a big problem for so many reasons, and it's one of the main reasons I personally think this is a problem. Because it can radicalize someone so easily. All it takes is searching up reasons to be a conservative. Then you find r slash conservative on Reddit, which then turns into r slash Ben Shapiro, then to yada yada yada. Same shit with the left too, especially since I see it's a lot easier to turn the left leaning when you go to Twitter. All it takes is searching up some kind of social issue going on at the time on Twitter, and then you're bombarded with power words like racist, homophobia, and other labels that will completely demean something. At the end of the day, the problem isn't that these groups are a thing. I mean, they kind of are. But it's mainly because of the fact that these groups are a thing that no one ever has to check both sides. They get all their information with the side that they and thousands, if not millions, of others agree with. Whether that information is biased or true. You're constantly surrounded by information telling you that you're right and that the other side is completely wrong. You never check both sides, and sometimes people will literally be outcasted from that group because they don't entirely agree with something about that group. Now, what people don't understand is that not everyone is going to side with 100% of what another person is feeling. That's just called being a different human. But we don't exactly live in a coexisting world where everyone will support you and make sure that you're on the right track and ahead of you, even if you don't agree with them. Sometimes people will actively try to ruin someone else's life just for having a different mindset than them, which is ironic for both sides because of how often the left preaches about acceptance and the right for how often they preach about free speech. And I just want to I want to rant about them both here. I seriously don't get how right dudes talk all about free speech until it's a person talking about a certain individual's rights or police brutality, and the left for how it's about acceptance until it's a person of color conservative that doesn't agree with them. Now all of a sudden they're whitewashed, as if you couldn't have any other opinion than theirs. Both sides are hypocrites, and what people need to realize is that people will always have different opinions, and it doesn't make them less human for it. especially since not all their opinions are 100%, because at the end of the day, opinions are opinions for a reason. Because most of the time it has to deal with morality, and morals are not facts. Anyways, on to the last topic, and it's something we just talked about, morals. Alright, you literally can't argue with morals. And I get, but don't get why people try to argue about them. It's a conversation that goes nowhere. Trying to change someone's morals over a Twitter argument is like a League of Legends player trying to convince the government to have a non-definable age of consent while avidly trying to move to the Philippines. Morals change over the time, and I 100% believe that your morals mostly come from who you hang around, whether that be because you agree with them or because you disagree with them. It's a lot harsher when you talk about things like abortion, and there's genuinely no point in trying to change someone's mind over that. Yet dumbasses will spend 3 hours in an argument trying to convince each other that they're a monster for what they believe in. Honorable mention. People love to talk about other people on their behalf, especially regarding shit like slurs or something directed towards someone specific. Even if the majority of a demographic or the person it was directed towards don't even care. Then the argument goes into, well, they feel bad, so I have to defend them no matter what. And it's like, bruh, you can band together with that demographic or person to say, hey, you're just being an asshole, especially since they didn't like it. But you can't represent an entire demographic as a solo individual who isn't even a part of it. Being mad on someone's behalf when they're not even mad is so stupid. So in short, you can support alongside them, but not by yourself. Alrighty though, I've said what I needed to say, and I think we're all good here. It's important to mention for future video related efforts that I completely disagree with whatever I said in here, so I can't be held accountable for anything I said in this video. It's been good. I will see you all in a flippity flop.